Brant DXT grain carts have efficient unload speeds, large carrying capacities, unmatched durability, and reliable components that make sure your cart is working when you are. Lead the field with DXT grain carts from Brant. Visit your local Brant dealer for more information.
Every weekday at 10 a.m. Central, one of the personalities from Real Agriculture appears on RFD-TV and Rural Radio 147's Market Day Report to shed light and insight and perspective on what is happening in the world of agriculture. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching Market Day Report. Good morning to you. I'm Suzanne Alexander. Well, trade tensions tightened with Canada overnight. The country now faces a 35% tariff on all goods entering the U.S. starting August 1st. Host of Real Ag Radio, Shaun Haney, joins us now with more insight across the border. Shaun, wow, let's talk about what's brought on this new round of tariff threats. What are you hearing?
Yeah, great to be with you here today. And this is just another chapter in Canada and the U.S. trying to find some sort of conclusion to some of the trade strife and broader issues as well. Canada's been pushing for this July 21st deadline to have a new deal in place. If you remember 2 weeks ago, President Trump on a Friday cut off negotiations with Canada. Canada on that weekend said, you know what, we'll get rid of the digital services tax, which was a big deal for a lot of U.S. based tech companies like Google and Facebook. And now here we are today on this Friday, a couple weeks later, and President Trump laying some pretty big threats on the ground, 35%. That's supposedly on non-USMCA goods. So, of course, the trade deal is still intact, but this would be on other items, which is not the bulk of the trade, but definitely a concern when we look at the important relationship, economic relationship of the two countries.
What are you hearing as far as the temperature of the country right now, and especially, of course, with Prime Minister Carney? How do you think this is going to go? I know talks are going to continue to happen.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some frustration on the Canadian side from the Carney camp. I think they are really, the dropping of the digital services tax is a really good example. It shows that Carney means business and is trying to find some conclusion to this, put this behind Canada and the U.S. My estimation is that the Canadian government feels like, listen, there's issues to sort out, and let's do that. But the real issues are beyond our borders. And, Canada's still talking a lot about things like Fortress North America, national security. Carney's going along with this Golden Dome that President Trump's been talking about. That's not super popular in Canada, but Carney's been pushing it because he knows the defense spending is a key part of getting some agreement from President Trump. The problem is it doesn't look like President Trump really wants to put a conclusion to this and continues to escalate it. So I think Canada's a little bit still on the side of what exactly do you want? And maybe that's the question they're asking here over the weekend.
So you're looking at July 21st. Your thoughts there? I mean, could it happen?
I honestly, I believe it does. I am trying to stay out of the ebbs, the highs and the lows, and chasing this as if it's some sort of kind of a circus we're following. I think July 21st, at least by the end of the month, before that August 1st date, there is going to be some sort of truce here, because I don't think either country's economy can afford at all to be in some sort of major trade war between the two. It just does not make any economic sense at a time where there's a lot of concerns about the economy in both Canada and the U.S. So I'm confident they're going to have a conclusion, maybe not by the 21st of July, as Carney's talked about, but for sure by August 1st. That's my hope, at least.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shaun, as always. Host of Real Ag Radio, that is Shaun Haney. Always appreciate Shaun being a part of the show. Real Ag Radio, you want to catch his show, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. That's weekdays on Rural Radio Channel 147. That's on Sirius XM. We wish him and his entire team a great weekend. We're going to see them back here on Monday.
Send us your feedback on that bit by sending me an email, shaney@realagriculture.com, or call the Real Ag Feedback line, 855-776-6147.